the husband invited his mistress's whole family to dinner, but the wife showed up uninvited. She immediately apologized to the mistress's family. She said the scumbag was her husband. The mistress's parents were instantly dumbfounded. The woman then said that her husband had deceived the mistress. As a result, the mistress, heavily pregnant, was despised by others. She even said it was the scumbag who refused to divorce. The scumbag became very angry. He tried to lay hands on his wife, but he was suddenly shoved to the ground by the mistress's family. Everyone rushed forward and gave the scumbag a brutal beating. The bruised and battered husband went home, but he didn't dare to get angry at his wife, only because the woman held an insurance compensation payout. To get his hands on the money, the scumbag had to keep pretending. He lied, saying that his wife had misunderstood, that the mistress was actually his distant cousin. At that moment, the woman decided to play along with the trick, so she deliberately claimed in front of her mother-in-law that she had received a call from the insurance company. The caller said that to get the compensation earlier, she had to pay an agency fee. The woman pretended to say she would wait a year instead, but the mother-in-law urged her to ask how much the fee was. The caller said $500,000. The woman quickly said the family didn't have the money. Unexpectedly, the mother-in-law grabbed the phone and agreed without hesitation. She then told the woman the $500,000 would be considered a loan to her. Once the woman received the compensation, she would have to pay it back. She then urged the woman to go collect the compensation quickly. At that moment, the man walked in. The mother-in-law said she would cook something nice to celebrate her son. The $4 million payout was about to arrive. The scumbag quickly asked where the money was. The mother-in-law told her son the woman had already gone to collect it. She also said she had lent her $500,000 as the agency fee. The scumbag immediately realized his mother had been tricked by the woman. The mother-in-law, upon hearing this, flew into a rage. But just then, the woman ran back in. She told them she had been scammed, but the man didn't believe her. The woman had no choice but to show the prepared transfer records. The mother-in-law instantly broke down in tears. Seeing this, the woman quickly told her mother-in-law she had already reported it to the enforcement team, but the enforcement team required the mother-in-law to explain the source of the funds, and that money had been secretly transferred to her by the scumbag. To keep the woman from discovering her son's scheme, the mother-in-law had to drop the matter. Later, the woman deliberately placed a house purchase advertisement on the coffee table. Seeing it, the mother-in-law quickly asked if she wanted to buy a house. The woman said the current house was too small and she wanted a bigger one. She then turned and left. The mother-in-law quickly discussed with her son how to get the woman's money. So during dinner, when the woman answered a call from a real estate agent, she deliberately said she didn't want to buy a house for now. Unexpectedly, the mother-in-law jumped in and said she would buy it. So the woman said there wasn't enough money. The mother-in-law suggested selling the current house. The woman immediately said they had to buy it soon. Good houses wouldn't wait for anyone. She then took her mother-in-law to sell the current house first. The mother-in-law said the money from the sale had already been transferred to the woman. She asked when the woman's parents' house could be sold. The woman quickly told her in a day or two. But the next day, the woman packed her luggage and prepared to leave. The mother-in-law quickly stopped her. She asked where the house had been bought. The woman told her the house would be bought, but it wouldn't be for her to live in. The mother-in-law accused the woman of tricking her. The woman asked her if, when she deceived her out of her house and all her savings, she had ever thought about where she would live. At that moment, the mother-in-law finally understood.